All right, Helder, first in-person podcast ever. Now I can finally shake hands with my guests. How are you today?
Good. And you?
Also good.
Thank you for coming to this lovely event.
Yeah, it's amazing. So you are leading one of the frontier agencies in Portugal, which is an emerging market for Shopify. We are at this beautiful venue here. I'll try to play some clips if we can. But yeah, do you want to introduce yourself before we get started?
Yeah. First of all, like I said, thank you for being here. It's a pleasure because you run one of the greatest, I would say, Shopify channels on YouTube. I'm Elder, founder of Skrey. Okay, we turned 10 years this year. Okay, yeah, 10 years. It's quite a long time. Replying directly to you, I would say we are leading in Shopify in Portugal because we started this like 1.5 years ago. Shopify didn't exist in Portugal, okay? Or it exists, but not with a proper Shopify team here or managing Portugal, okay? And we obviously push a lot to have a Shopify team running Portugal properly, because otherwise we cannot be a plus partner as well here in Portugal, as you know, because you need to be managed by the team. So we are turning 10. We had a lot of experience with other platforms like Magento. We started with Magento, 10 years ago. Then we moved to other platforms like Salesforce, VTEX as well, more recently, and then Shopify 1.5 years ago. I would say that today we have maybe 90% of our install base in Shopify. Mm-hmm. Most of them plus. Today we have 32 plus accounts
in your agency.
In our agency, yes. We have a team of 37 people at this point. We do everything e-commerce related. Okay, so we have a team with obviously most of them are developers, project managers, UI UX designers, and that's basically it.
Cool.
Normally agency stuff, I would say.
Yes, no, it sounds great. And I think you're also in this unique position with Portugal being an emerging market. Let's give people a perspective. Like, can you speak on, let's say, how many plus brands have there been in Portugal, like say 2 years ago? How many are today? Do you have any numbers or feeling?
Yeah, I have some numbers. I would, I don't know for sure, but I think 1.5 years ago you had 3 plus brands on Shopify. Total.
That's why. And now it's like,
I
mean, you have 30.
Yeah, almost 40, I would say.
Okay.
In total.
Okay, that's impressive. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, and what made you, so then, getting back to the beginning, what made you choose Shopify to begin with? Because it's like not that known in Portugal maybe, or wasn't at the point where it's now your first Shopify project.
We started Shopify a long time ago, to be honest, but Shopify at that time was not, I would say, a very good fit for us, because they were not on the B2B side of commerce. Shopify has this thing that was like people or merchants in this case thought, oh no, Shopify is for dropshippers or Shopify is for smaller businesses. Yeah. They were not enterprise grade, I would say.
Okay.
And we created some Shopify products because obviously as an agency we test every platform or every e-commerce platform that is in the market, because we need to test it. Like, okay, is this a well-built, well-known commerce platform that we can use for our customers?
Okay.
Yes or no? Okay. Obviously, business-wise and technical-wise. And that's one of the things. But the most important one is, I think that is the perspective that merchants have on Shopify. This is for smaller brands. This is for dropshippers. This is not for really big brands, I would say. Okay?
Okay. That's changing a lot right now. Would you agree?
A lot.
Yeah.
I would say a lot.
I would say it's even the same in Germany, just to the enterprise level, but it's still like...
A lot, yeah. We are seeing a lot of Salesforce to Shopify migration. That's the bigger ones. And also custom platforms from bigger brands go into Shopify.
Yes, okay. Super interesting. What would you say are some of the... I mean, you've already mentioned that people are maybe they don't perceive Shopify as enterprise ready. But what are other challenges that you see with like an emerging market? Is that like
Yeah, and I think was also a misconception on Shopify with payments and commissioning. A lot of people still today thinks that when you go to the Shopify and see pricing, you think that the pricing is, for example, 59 euros a month or 79 or whatever, plus a commission. And they don't realize that that is not a direct commission. That is the price of the payments on the credit card. And a lot of companies, as you know, a lot of people think, oh, I don't want to rev share this much, but they don't understand that this is the part is the payments as well. So if you go to another platform, you need to pay hosting and whatever you need to pay, or no, if you can go to a cloud version, but you still need to pay to ADN or Stripe or whatever.
Yeah, true.
So that's one other important thing. That is not commission. It is a commission if you use a third-party payment. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, that is an important thing. But what I would say for Shopify now, and replying directly to the enterprise grade, when you are a plus partner, okay, or now they have Premier and Platinum, of course, depending on how you are dealing with or the number of merchants and the revenue they are making. You have more support. You have support from an enterprise sales team, so you can compete directly with other platforms because you have solution engineers. You have a lot of you have a Shopify team with you, so they are more dedicated to that, I would say.
Okay.
And also technical wise, okay, you can now go headless if you want. You can go off-road, I would say. You can go not native, you go whatever you want. In the end, if you have experience on developing in other platforms, Shopify is a breeze, I would say.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we will get into the technical side in one moment because it's actually quite interesting. I have a few difficult questions for you. But yeah, one of my last questions on the agency side would be, in these emerging markets, where are leads coming from? Like, are you generating leads? Is Shopify providing them? What do you do to attract them? Yeah.
Okay.
How does it work? Share your secrets.
I would say that having an agency from 10 years now, we are not generating leads from ourselves, okay? Because I think age here is an important thing, okay? People and merchants start to know us from the market. We do a lot of events like this one that we are in. So we are not generating leads. We create some cool events. We go to other events as well. We participate a lot in events in Portugal and outside of Portugal. And that's basically it. And obviously Shopify also share some leads with us because we obviously are very engaged with them. Yeah. So we launch the projects, okay? We sell and launch. Okay. So they have trust in us. So I would say that's no secret sauce. It's basically consistency, time in the market, and having like a good technical team and a project team. I think that's it.
Okay, yeah. I think especially in the Portuguese market, you have a good standing. I mean, the location. I'll play some clips. You will see it speaks for itself. And maybe we should even tell people more about this event we're currently in because they might not know. So we're here in Porto, beautiful Porto, by the way. And you brought together, just tell us who you brought together and what this event is about.
No, first of all, this is, a lot of people don't know it because this is a private event. Yeah. Okay. We handpicked some of the coolest brands in Portugal. Okay. Obviously, we did this last year. We're doing another one this year, and we will try to get as many brands as we can during the years because, like I said, we cannot make an event for the whole Portugal, right? Yeah. Because for us to have the quality that we want, this needs to be a little tight. Okay, so. 160 people. I would say this is a ratio of 30% partners and technology partners and 70% merchants. Yeah. Okay, to have a good blend. This is not an event where we we and the partners sell stuff. Okay, for example, you are here not selling anyone. You are giving some good advices, I would say, a good pitch, but you are not, in the end, you are not selling anything, right?
No,
you
but
are,
I'm enjoying a lot.
yeah. But the idea of this event is to create value to the e-commerce market above all. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not a sales event, so. Yeah, that's basically it. Like a good venue, a good place where people can connect to with each other, have like a very good networking with other brands, sharing experiences. That's the idea.
Okay, yeah, I think that paints a very good picture, because earlier you said, okay, you were testing different software solutions as an agency just to provide the best product to your clients, and I believe that. I mean, it doesn't sound like a sales pitch, or not as much. And same with the venue, you care about providing value. The same with me, my YouTube channel. I always post like free tutorials. And in the end, there's still something coming back, but the idea is to provide free value first and earn the trust.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah. I when I first met you on YouTube was like, and for me as an agency founder or owner, I would say, was like asking YouTube or searching on YouTube for good quality content. So
here we are.
We are. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Cool. Funny how that played out. Okay, so leads coming through network mostly. You're standing in the ecosystem at this point because you've been here for 10 years and you've been providing these things. Okay, I get that. Let me switch to the technical side a little bit, because obviously the channel is also for developers. People are interested in that.
Yeah.
Is the agency mostly building on themes or hydrogen, or like what do you prefer?
Very good question. And this is a topic that also merchants ask us a lot. I would say we have 3 tiers. Okay, when I say us, I think this is as not only our perspective as an agency, but also from another fellow agency partners. Okay, from other countries, etc., and also Portuguese ones. I think when you want to go with a POC, right, MVP. You can go with a theme. Yeah. There's nothing wrong about it. Okay, I would say you select a good theme with good reviews, from a good developer, and that's it. Yeah, plain and simple. But when you want, like, okay, I have a brand, I'm making like more than 4 or 5 million GMV or even less, whatever. It depends on how you want to approach this. I want my own design. Okay, I want my own brand to have a different design. I don't want my e-commerce store to be equal to another one or something like this. Then we custom we design the website, UX UI project, and then we go to the implementation process. And in this case, we go on top of Dawn, okay, or in this case now Horizon, okay, the new theme from Shopify, and that's basically it. We try not to break it. We try to develop above, below, from sides, and create block sections, everything. Try not to break it, okay? Yeah. Because when you have these editions on Shopify, you have not like key functionalities, and a lot of those, they come to Dawn first, right? True, yeah. And also some fixes, etc. So we try to maintain Dawn as, I would say, natively as possible, and we do all by the book. Okay. I would say this is the second tier. Like you want your own design, you need to custom. Okay.
Kind of like a custom. Oh, we have to explain this in a minute.
Yeah, of course. Then I think you have the third tier. Obviously, you can have like an hybrid, but the third tier is like, okay, you are a big company. You are one of those companies that we were speaking like, I have a very custom e-commerce store, or I have this requirement on that requirement, and you need to build something very custom, like a customer area, for example, or a different type of catalog. You want to use Algolia to Finder as your catalog search, for example, or with a search provider. Okay. And you need to build custom by any means. You can even go and build a custom checkout if you want. Okay.
Yeah.
In the end, you can do it, or you want to create some other pages on your website that they are not e-com related, and you want to create or add, for example, an external CMS. Okay.
Yeah.
You can go headless, of course. You can use hydrogen or not using hydrogen, okay, and go to another tech stack like
Go from
Next.js
API.
or whatever, okay?
Got it.
So, yeah, I think that's a third tier. You need to have money to pay it because it is quite developer intensive.
Yeah.
So, but in the end, it's possible.
Okay, I see. Okay, so basically, first tier was public theme or maybe paid theme.
Yeah.
Then kind of your custom theme with Dawn as a foundation or Horizon as a foundation.
yeah.
And then lastly, headless. But it needs to be done for the right reasons.
Yeah, the right reasons. Yeah,
Yeah.
and if all of the people and also developers and if you go to the Shopify Academy,
Yeah.
and you do, for example, hydrogen headless course, okay, you will see Shopify only says that if you want to go to hydrogen and headless, you need to be like doing 40 million or 50 million euros in GMV because it is very developer intensive. You need to pay a lot to do that.
Yeah, that's true. I think Shopify has also changed their wording on this a little bit because in the beginning when headless came out, it was like the big thing.
Yeah,
like,
the
and
big
everyone was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I think one important thing for developers, since this channel is a lot about developers and our community also has a lot of developers. I heard I saw a YouTube video of an event on of Vercel, and I don't remember the name of it, but I think was the CEO of one of the CMSs or headless CMSs told that like headless was mainly a thing or bought or be trendy because of the developers. Because because
developers love building.
Is the developer is more a developer experience. It's not for the marketing guys and the business guys.
True.
It is more a developer thing. So if you ask our developers in the agency if they want to build stuff in Liquid or go build in Next.js or Vue or whatever, okay, they prefer headless, of course.
Yeah, I get that.
But in the end, that's why platforms like, for example, Webflow and Framer and whatever CMS platforms with low code or no code are gaining traction because in the end, marketing agencies, marketing people, they want to build stuff like go in and design in Figma and put it on
quickly. Don't wait for the developer.
Yeah.
Totally get that.
So that's one take on headless. So replying only to it needs to be by the right reasons.
Yes, yeah. I'm also very careful with this because you lose some of the apps also if you have a custom front end. So there are a few pros and cons to this.
No,
but
a lot of them. Yeah. Tracking, analytics, SEO.
SEO is a pro because you can have your own URL structures and stuff. So it needs to be done for the right reasons. Yeah. So if you guys want to go headless, talk to Helder first. Yeah. Cool. No, this is awesome. Okay, so this is themes versus hydrogen. How about apps? Are you building apps in the agency? Is that something you don't touch as much? Or?
Oh, okay. You are making the difficult question.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be easy. It can't be easy, right?
Yeah. So I would yes, of course. We build apps, custom apps, because like I said, Shopify. You can build everything on Shopify. Okay.
Yeah.
In the end, you can build an app and expose some APIs and do like a headless part on top of your app, and that's it. Yeah, of course we build custom apps because sometimes we need to solve problem A, B, C, and it's quite difficult to have an app on the App Store for now because, as you know, the app ecosystem is grows a lot very quickly. Yes, of course, yes, we do, but not as a product. It's custom for
certain clients that need to connect to a certain software or like edge cases.
Yeah, edge cases, yeah.
I see, okay. Yeah, because I also have a friend, they mostly do app development, so that's a different route. You can also have an app development agency, you could have like a theme development agency.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's product versus services. For us as an agency, we are on top of services.
Yeah.
If you want to go develop apps, it's a product, right? Or it's different.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
So you
it's a different mindset.
Yes. How about marketing services? Is that something you also offer, like full service, or like where do you draw the line of hey, we do this and we don't do this?
Yeah, no, we don't.
So
I would say we are more software agency instead of like a 360 agency or a marketing agency. No.
Got it.
we don't do it.
Okay, so more like a growth partner. You help with setup. You help with implementation.
More the technical part. Yeah.
Okay.
But the performance part, marketing part, we don't touch it. We have partners to do it.
Okay, I see.
Because it's very different. Once again, it's a completely different mindset, and we obviously there are a lot of agencies like one-stop shops. They do everything. Okay?
Yeah, I see.
Another ones do also marketing, and you have another ones that do marketing and start going to the development part as well. I think, at least in my opinion, and in some ways it could be easy, right? You have the clients. You can shift, but imagine we are not very good doing performance by any means, okay? Or you have a client with the two services, you make you had a problem on performance, or you have a problem on development. You can lose both, I would say.
Yeah.
So I think it's better to have focus.
Be good at one thing.
Yeah, be good at one thing.
Okay, nice. Okay, yeah, I think these were my technical questions because I don't want to go super deep in this podcast. We also don't have so much time. But being like this growth partner and being strong in implementations, do you have like some favorite apps that you would recommend? Maybe like 2 or 3 of your favorite apps that you use all the time?
We use a lot.
Okay.
Of course. Do you want to ask, for example, in some key areas, for example?
Yeah, you could say maybe one that's useful managing the backend, or one that you use with themes, or your favorite review app. Like, could be anything, just anything you recommend.
Okay. In terms of apps, we love to work with, for example, GrowWave for loyalty,
Right.
and also loyalty. They have a very good app with where you have like loyalty reviews, wish lists, everything connected together. Also very good support for POS.
Nice.
As well. Very good checkout extensibility, post purchase. And loyalty is very good. For example, in search, because Shopify has their search and discovery, but it's limited in some ways.
Yeah.
So Algolia, we use a lot Algolia, Do Finder, for example, for searching. Order editing for orders after purchase, very good.
Yeah.
Revenue, for example, to exchange products, for example, we use a lot.
Nice.
As a very good service as well. Because normally the apps that we recommend most are those type of apps that really solves your problems, right?
Yeah.
That is typically, for example, obviously Klaviyo, Gorgeous, the usual suspects, of course.
Yeah.
And a lot of small apps. Okay, for example, Pickup Points, Atlas, or for example, to geolocate stuff. I don't know. It's a lot of them.
Yeah, I also don't know every app that you mentioned, but it's like the ecosystem got so
no,
big.
it's crazy. And country to country, or even if you are in Europe, you use some type of apps. In the US, you use a different ones. It depends.
Okay, nice.
In the end.
Cool. Yeah, I think this gives a pretty good overview. And maybe we can slowly start to wrap this up. We've been talking about your agency. We've been talking about Portugal as an emerging market. We've been talking about your favorite apps, Headless. We've come a long way already.
Yeah.
But as someone, or would you recommend that like the Portuguese market and Spanish market is maybe something to pay attention to, or for other agencies potentially? There's kind of competition, but would you say it's like a good time to get started with an agency, or is there like still potential opportunity?
No, I think I think competition is good. I think it's helpful as well.
Okay.
Because imagine for us as an I don't like monopolies. I don't like to be the bigger one or I just want to build stuff, cool stuff.
Yeah.
In the end. For example, we in this event we will have like 20 of our clients here, and what I want is together, for example, to have an event, push our 20 clients here, and they say they are happy with us.
Cool.
In the end, there's not a better way to sell to other clients than having your own clients saying the best of you.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
That's the idea. In the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
but competition is good.
Yeah.
For example, this event is hosted by us, and we will have 2 other agencies from Portugal. They are kind of competitors in a way, because they are, and one of them is another Plus agency here. Okay. Another one, a smaller agency, but because sometimes obviously we have a lot of work and we give products and leads to other competitors. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think it's healthy.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
in the end.
that's a cool thing about the Shopify space and our ecosystem in general. It feels more friendly, more collaborative. Not so
more-
much side jabbing. It's
No. And honestly, we are all in the same boat. If a customer doesn't like us, they go to the other one, and maybe some customer didn't like the other one, they come to us.
Yeah, I
In the end, these are relationships. One guy from Salesforce, like 3 or 4 years ago, told me one thing that was kept in my mind since then. That is a commercial relation typically lasts like has a maximum time of 3 years.
Yes.
Okay. Average. Okay.
Okay.
I would say we have clients. We still have clients from 10 years ago.
Okay.
And sometimes you make shit. It's normal. It's project. It's a project.
Yeah.
You have people. It's human resources. In the end, you can have the best person, and you also can have a person that is not very. I don't say it's not the best.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
It is what it is. It's services. It's like construction. It's normal.
True.
So
Happens,
it happens. So I think it's positive, and I think it's still space to open an agency in 2025. I would say.
Okay, amazing. And yeah, do you have anything left to say? Do you want to give a shout out, a call to action, like, hey, developers apply at Skrey, or I don't know. Are you looking for people, or just have a good day?
No. We always are looking for people.
Yes.
That's when we sell services, the only way to scale an agency is with people and projects, or projects that lead us to hiring people. Right.
Okay, awesome. Guys, you've heard it. Like, top tier agency could be a good experience. Yeah.
And I don't know if you want to get along with one little topic, the fancy one.
Which one?
Everyone talks about it. AI.
AI? I'll save that for my talk tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes. Fair enough.
I think that's a wrap.
Cool. Then, Helder, let me shake your hand one more time. Awesome
Thank you,
podcast,
Jan.
man. Awesome.
See ya.
Helder, we're back live. We forgot to explain
Yeah.
what it is. Do you want to explain it?
Yeah, this is basically a Shopify counter from the Shopify supply store. Okay, this is connected live to a store, and each time an order goes to this store or enter this store, the counter changes. Like that's basically it.
How many do you have in the office? Just one?
This one.
Okay, one
But
is enough, but otherwise you get
yeah,
crazy.
but one important thing, we offer a Shopify counter to each of our customers
Nice.
on the day live.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
On launch. Okay, glad we caught that up.